What's up, everybody? You're here with Alicia GL. How is your day going? I hope you're having a happy and joyful day. That quote didn't go right, but it's okay. We'll go with it. So today I wanted to start off with a new thing I'd like to start doing, hopefully, like on a weekly basis. It's called asking yourself serious questions. So today's topic is gonna be, who are you? So this is like a serious question that I like to ask myself a lot, because I don't think you should ever like put yourself in a box and say, "Oh, this is who I am and only what's in the box is who I am." You should like let yourself loose out of that box and say, don't I don't know how to explain it, but don't put yourself in the box. Let's just go with that, okay? Because I try not to put myself in a box and say, I'm just this type of person, or because we have moods and we have life, and as you go throughout life, you grow as a person, as a soul. You change. You you mold yourself into something different than what you began as. Because when you're a child, you start as this, like, little ball of Play-Doh, and then you mold yourself into your masterpiece. Oh my gosh, that sounds so, like, lame probably to you right now, but it sounds beautiful to me. But that's, I'm sure, other people. So another thing that I just want to touch bases on real quick is that I know there's probably other people that do this type of thing and have different perspectives, and I just want to talk about it in my way to maybe touch somebody else that might think the way I do, or just to help you. So, and I'm a real out of the box thinker, like, as you might as well. Oh my gosh, I cannot talk today, as you might have noticed. So, who am I? The way I typically categorize myself is I'm a soul in this body. And now some of you might be thinking I'm a little crazy or might not be with me on this, but hey, if you're not with me, you can stay and listen, or you can just be like, "Whoa, this chick is crazy. I don't know what she's talking about. I'm out of here." So, yeah, and I've recently, like, learned this. That's the other thing. So, and I'm not quoting to be like some great philosopher or something on life. I just think that recently I've gained some kind of wisdom that I never had before. I don't know how to explain it. It's kind of hard. But I think it kind of started with, like, just wanting to change my whole reality. Like, this happened a couple months, like, well, it's been like, I'd say a year in the progress. A year ago, I was in the worst part of my life. I was in a dead-end relationship. I didn't get any love. My house was a wreck. How I felt about myself was a wreck. I was depressed. I wasn't happy at all. And it finally hit me that I was holding myself back, I guess, by trapping myself and not trusting, like, my feelings. Like, your feelings are what are telling you what you're thinking. And I just realized that, like, I'm done with being like this. I'm done being here. I want to be happy in life. I don't know really what flipped the switch, because before I was blind to it a little bit. I mean, not all the way, but, I was blind a little bit because I had been in this 16-year-long relationship that I had sunk a lot of time in. That was one of my big things. I've sunk a lot of time into this relationship. Do I really want to leave? I mean, it's been such a hard work and effort, and then the more I thought about it, it's just like the time and effort hasn't been worth it, and nothing has changed. It just stays the same. The guy I was with just stays in the same loop over and over again. We'd be happy. I mean, he'd be like this magnificent guy, and then he would go downhill real fast. Now, this guy I'm talking about, he's an amazing person. I'm never going to say somebody's a bad person, okay? He's just not the guy for me. He's not, okay? As a friend, this guy now that I'm talking about, he's an amazing friend. And he's a great father to my kids. And so, I mean, I'm not going to diss anybody. It wasn't working for me the way, relationship-wise. So I'm getting off topic about who we are. Anyways, this is another story. Relationship story time. You know, that's a relationship story time. I broke up with him, and I went on this journey, this amazing journey within this last year. I went to find a new person to be with. I went to go do things I would have never done. I always wanted to do, but I always let him hold me. I mean, I'm not going to blame it on him. I always let myself hold me back because, you know, a lot of things. But I'm not going to let anybody take the blame but myself. That's one thing you need to learn. You can't let anybody, the only person to blame for things you've done is yourself. Nobody else did it. You did it. You made the decisions. You're the one that controls your life. Nobody else. And some people will be like, oh, but the situation I am in is holding me back. No, you're the one holding you back. You're the only person holding yourself back. Nobody else. End of discussion. That's why this is the whole discussion I'm going on. Who you say you are is what you're going to be. That's why I was saying, don't put yourself in that box and say, this is what I am. Because that's what you're going to get. What you think you are is what you are. So, I went to another thing that I met a new person. He's amazing. He's a lot like me in a lot of ways. There's a lot of things I notice about him that, you know, we're different, but I think that's a good thing. Because I think the reason I've drawn him to me is because to help him learn and grow and also help me learn and grow. So he told me about this music festival that he wanted to go to. And I was like, oh, I've always wanted to go to a music fest. And it was like a 3-day long camping trip. And I was like, oh, that sounds awesome. And it's at a live place. And you camp. And there's there's showers, but you have to pay for them. And I didn't shower the whole time. I know it sounds gross. But it's an experience that I think really brings you down to earth, for one. Like doing that. Like you're not showering. You're in nature. I mean, I didn't use what nature was around me. I had regular food, which I really would like to do a more deeper experience, a camping thing where you only take a tent with you and you have to live off nature and what's around you. Well, I know it sounds hard, but it's fun at the same time, like the survivalist thing. Anyways, when I went there, it was just an amazing experience. The atmosphere, it was so beautiful. And people are so accepting at these things. They're just like, it's all love and, it was so amazing. And it opened my eyes a lot. I mean, I think. Well, I know. So now I just want to live the fest life. Like, I just want to live in a festival all the time. And I have tapestries. You might see my beautiful tapestries behind me. To get on this discussion, I guess my phone is running out of memory, so I'm going to have to cut this a little short. So, to end on an end note, who are you? You are what you say you are. And I want you guys to think long and hard about this. And ask yourself this question. And ask yourself this question a lot. And, you know, change it. And make yourself who you want to be. Because who you are is what you get sometimes too. And if you keep, I like this saying in this cookie, this fortune cookie I got the other day. If you keep doing what you've always done, you'll keep getting what you've always got. So that's a little fortune cookie wisdom there for you. This fortune cookie man, whoo. So, lately I've been trying to really push myself and do some things that I never thought was capable for myself. And that's because I put myself in that box and said, this isn't capable for me. I can't do this. And you know what? I removed the box, and now the box is gone. I'm free to be whatever I want to be, do whatever I want to do. There's no limitations. And it's so the feeling when you let yourself not have limitations is really great. And yeah, you're going to fall back into old habits. I guarantee you. It's so hard. Like, well, I mean, don't say it's hard, because if you say it's hard, it's going to be hard. And I'm saying it's hard, so I'm making it hard on myself. But it's been hard for me, and I'm trying to let it be easier. I'm trying to let myself free of it. So that's the whole discussion on what you think about, you bring about. That's another discussion for another day. So let's end on this note of, let's say what we want to be. Let's do what we want to do. And let's be great. So I'm going to say my last little bit. Have a great and gorgeous, beautiful day. Don't forget to, and if you like this video, I would appreciate your subscribe and the like and a share. But hey, if you're vibing it wrong, then move along. See you guys later.